Hey guys, I am making a video today because I was compelled to. I normally really don't do videos. I'm trying to get back into the swing of getting on camera. So here I am. But I wanted to talk about mental health and meditation, as well as breathing, deep breathing. Because today I almost had an episode, and what happened was I kept finding myself not being able to get control of my own body. And oftentimes when people go through a lot of trauma, whether it be mentally, physically, like a lot of people from the army or the military, they have PTSD. So they have this signal that goes to their brain that basically tells them that they're in danger. And it's constantly going off, you know what I'm saying, in your head psychologically. So that's kind of what's been happening to me. I've been through a lot of trauma all my life, really, but maybe about the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, it's been really intense, back-to-back things, on top of the pandemic, on top of being homeless. So I just have been going through so many different things, losing family members, and so it just always makes me feel like I can't relax, I can't control what is happening in that moment. The one thing we should always be able to control is our body. I know things happen with your health, but when I say that, when it comes to being able to focus and breathe and just bring your body back to a state of calmness, and I was struggling with that. So what I decided to do was meditate. And when I did that, it actually helped a lot, but it was kind of difficult because when you're meditating, you find yourself, like a lot of emotions will come up. A lot of things, you might start crying, you might start panicking, because for me, sometimes when I meditate, I start like having a panic attack. It's crazy. But when you breathe and focus and you are calm, you'll find all those things coming up, because they're actually things and traumas that you need to work through. Trauma can store itself in your body, in your mind, in your nervous system. And so when that happens, it's very hard to relax. It's, very hard to gain control of your body when it feels like it's in a panic state. That's what happened to me today. So I just started to breathe, and I was struggling to breathe because when I breathe in, when you breathe in and you breathe in deep, but it's like it stops, if that makes sense. It stopped. So I just kept having that happen. And I remember when I was in rehab for alcoholism, I learned how to meditate, and I picked up some other things in meditation where if you're meditating, you're supposed to have your feet flat on the ground, so you can be grounded close to the earth, or as close as possible. Some people, they like to meditate and they like to have their feet actually touching the ground. Like some people go on their porch and meditate. Some people actually go in their backyards and they like to have their feet touch the actual grass, because they feel grounded. You feel centered. You feel, in tune with the earth, if that makes sense. So, I came into the living room and I put my headphones on. A lot of people like to meditate with their headphones on because you get more of an experience that way. So once I did that, I was able to kind of calm down. But I'm going to tell you what I did, because I did 3 different types of meditation. And when your body is in a state of panic and you're always anxious and you're always nervous and you're always just like uptight, you cannot just go into meditate and it's just gonna work like that. The only reason why I feel like it worked for me is because I've been meditating for quite some time. It's a practice. You can't just go into meditation like, oh my God, I'm meditating, I feel great, because you have to, you know, your body been going for so long. The body can only take so much, especially when a person has dealt with a lot of abuse, a lot of yelling, a lot of different things. You're always going to be on guard. It's almost like you in a fight or flight state of mind, survival every single day. It doesn't matter. You can feel like you're calm, but you could still be like anxious and in a panic state, because it's normal for us, right, as adults, or people with responsibilities, to just get up and start their day and go every day, and just, they're not really paying attention to their body, not really paying attention to how their body is responding. So they just get up, go, and then they do this every day and still go through life and go through situations and then wonder why, oh my God, I just had a panic attack, because you're not taking time out for self-care. And since I've been back in my own home, I've been able to slowly, gradually try to get that stuff back in order. I'm in therapy right now, and that's really, really helpful for me. And I'm only 2 sessions in, and I feel like it's helping already. But during the time that I was meditating, or starting to meditate, tears just start flowing, because I hold a lot in. So because I hold a lot in, it's just like, it has to come out. And it's not going to come out unless your body is in a relaxed state, right? If your body is not in a relaxed state, you're not going to feel like you can be vulnerable in that moment. So I had to do this. I got some notes here. So I did what is called a vagus nerve exercise. That's funny because I actually live in Vegas, but it's not spelled the same way. But the vagus nerve exercise video, you can just type that in. It's VAGUS nerve exercise. And so I had to do some stretches. That's basically a stretch. I can't really explain all about the vagus nerve. She can do that for you when you go to the video. But she basically had me doing like different stretches, and there are certain stretches that you can do, and it's not, you know how less is more. So it's not these yoga stretches that hurt and everything. It's just that the stretches might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's almost like it automatically taps into the nervous system so that you can calm down, so that you can start to focus on the meditation and you can start breathing right. So I had to do that first, because my body wasn't even in a state to receive nothing. So I did that first. Okay, I'm back. So I did the vagus nerve exercise first, because it helped me to physically release some of the traumas that I've been through. And a lot of times for me, like I said, that comes out in tears. So then after I did that, I did some breathing exercises. And these are like, okay, so I think they said it's like tactical combat breathing exercises. So a lot of people in the military would do these breathing exercises when they would get shortness of breath. I don't know why the camera's focusing like that. It's so strange, but I'm gonna keep going. So when I did that, how I did those breathing exercises, I would breathe in, and then that would take 4 seconds. So I would 1, 2, 3, 4. While I'm counting, I'm breathing, and then I would hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would release it 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, I would breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. I would hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would release the breath 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I did that, I had to do that for like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And so that helped me slow down. And I noticed that once I did the nerve stretches, that helped me to be able to breathe deeper. So I did those breathing exercises. Sorry, guys. I did those breathing exercises for probably 15 minutes. And then after that, I went to a guided meditation video. The guided meditation video is, you can just type it in YouTube. YouTube is very resourceful, as is Google. But be careful because, you know, some people are Christians, some people have different beliefs, and they may not believe in, oh, I don't want to listen to a Buddha meditation, or I don't want to listen to a singing bowl, or what, you know, it's a lot of different types of practices out here that are done when it comes to meditation. And so, I did the guided meditation. I think I did that for maybe about 15 minutes, and I was able to calm down and regain control of my body. But the biggest thing that I really want to stress about this is we have to release. We have to release. We have to release. Since the pandemic, I know a lot of people have been under, you know, quite a bit of stress. We've been holding in a lot. People have been, I want that off of there. I don't know why this keeps happening. I'm gonna keep going. We need to stay focused, but we need to learn how to do that in a calm way, because when it comes to being maybe a single parent, or you have a stressful job, or you might have stressful family dynamics, you may have issues with where you live and who you live with. You may have toxic relationships that is hard to break. There's a lot of things that people have been going through, and the pandemic only really exposed and kind of took the blinders off. So I just want to encourage everybody to take self-care important. I'm talking to everybody, but I really like to mainly talk to my age demographic. I'm in my mid-30s, so a lot of us, our bodies ain't the same. Some people, you know, their body's the same. They still have the same energy. Y'all gonna hear a motorcycle. They do a lot of motorcycles out here. It's crazy and it's loud. But you want to focus on self-care. You want to focus on eating right, drinking a lot of water. I just started drinking more water. I was counting calories, but I had to stop doing that because it was almost like I was starving myself every day. It was crazy. I felt like I was gonna pass out and I was just like eating bananas and drinking smoothies and drinking fruit cups. But what it actually helped me do is to control my portions. So I try not to veg out. Like, I'm not eating as much as I used to, and I'm drinking more water, so that is good. But again, I just want to encourage you guys to one, look for some stretches. More motorcycles. Look for some stretches on YouTube that can help you release those stored up traumas and those pent up emotions. And sometimes you need to just cry. And a lot of times when you find yourself in that relaxed state, that's all you can do is cry, because you feel like you're vulnerable enough to do it. A lot of people who grew up in toxic households, they were always on guard because they were always told, or I would say we were always told, you know, be quiet and shut up before you get slapped, and, you know, just different things like that. And you just always feel on guard. You feel like you cannot be vulnerable in that environment as a child. So that translates over into your adulthood, and you feel like you can't be vulnerable. You feel like you can't relax. And so you're not gonna be able to release. There's gonna be a blockage there. And then the breathing, I cannot stress that enough. Really quickly, back in February, I had a panic attack. This was February of 2019. I had a panic attack on my job, and I was triggered by something so small, to the point where I was basically just in the bathroom at my job, like panicking, hyperventilating, tears were rolling down. It was really, really bad. And so when that happened, I was able to get to someone that could help me. And they just had me breathing. They just had me breathing. And they had me doing that 4 count. So you count 4 to 4, breathe in, hold it for 4 seconds, breathe out, and count to 4. So that is what really, really helped me. When you do deep breathing, that actually helps you to, it's almost like you feel like you're breathing for the first time. And that's what I felt like when I first started practicing the breathing methods. And it makes you, it's such a release. I can't really explain it, but it's like your whole body feels like just at ease. I have a lot of tension in my hands and feet, for example. And so once I had those breathing exercises, I really did not feel any like tightness or pain in my hands or my feet. So breathing deep is very important. Releasing is very important. Self-care, quiet time, put the phone down. I struggle with that too. I have 2 phones. I have 2 laptops. I have a tablet, and I have smart TVs. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like I got to be connected to a device. It's a bad addiction. It really is. But I think that's all I have for you guys. Lastly, I do want to say this. If you have a skill, if you have something that you're good at doing with your hands, I know for me, normally I do art as a release of stress. And I haven't been doing art lately because I've been focusing more on the business side of art. Shameless plug. If you're not following me, follow From Pain to Painting on all platforms, and also on Twitter. Follow Carmela Paints. And I also have an Etsy shop as well. You can pull anything up on Google. From Pain, the number 2 painting. Anyway, if you have a skill that you do, if you draw, if you paint, if you rap, if you like to get in the studio and just, you know what I'm saying, lay them bars down, if you play the piano, if you like to create content, that's something that you can do as well, as a stress reliever. And it's really good because it will help you achieve a sense of accomplishment through whatever your artistic ability is. So that's all I got for you guys. I don't know when I'll make another video, but I have much to offer. I hope you guys have a lovely evening, morning, or afternoon, whatever it is, whatever time of the day you are watching this. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.